Beardos, Weirdos, Boys and Ghouls. Today I'll be discussing demonic encounters. Whoa. So with widespread belief in the supernatural and popularity of mainstream TV ghost hunting shows like Ghost Adventures, it was only a matter of time before YouTube caught up with the trends, and it's been happening for quite some time. So why are demons so prevalent now? Why is there such a surge in demonic activity? And are we humans under attack by a demonic army? Scary shit. Or is this all just a trend that's been perpetuated by what is popular in Hollywood right now? Have the modern movies made demons more prevalent? Because with movies like the Conjuring franchise being popular, that seemed to reinvigorate the demonic attacks and the demonic entities and the demonic findings on YouTube. So in recent years, we have had an Exorcist sequel, an Omen prequel, the Sinister movies, the Insidious franchise, Paranormal Activity movies, Evil Dead Rise, The Last Exorcism, The Exorcism of God, Smile, Immaculate. That list goes on and on and on. Demons are big money in Hollywood. Huge. And what's big in Hollywood inevitably trickles down into the paranormal on YouTube. And what is big money in Hollywood horror movies trickles down into YouTube ghost hunting. Take the Paranormal Activity franchise, for example. While there is a demonic element to it, it is mostly based around a haunted house that turns demonic towards the end. The movies were huge. Massive. A phenomenon. These YouTube channels pop up and they make inferior versions of these haunted house movies. And then they have the cheek to claim that they are real. For example, Laney and Ben. Really haunted. Michael D. McGee. Mellowbird, he was around back in the time of the Paranormal Activity movies. You know, they're all kind of perfect examples of people that have watched a movie and then thought, I can do that. I can pass that off as real. And then they basically take a movie idea or a TV series idea, which we will get into in a little bit, turn it into their own, claim it to be their life experiences, and people hook, line, sinker. But then Hollywood moves in trends, and the Paranormal Activity movies, they died down. They reduced in quality, and less people were watching them. And when that hype died down, a new trend started, the demonic trend. The likes of The Conjuring and the Insidious movies, where there are demonic entities and possessions and things. These huge horror blockbusters bled down into YouTube. Demons became popular, and they're still popular. I mean, just look at channels like Sam and Colby, Twin Paranormal, and channels like that. Weekly demons, yet not a stitch of evidence. Maybe a phone app will say the word demon, but there's no evidence to support their titles, their thumbnails, any of it. But this goes a little bit further. See this blade? It's a supernatural prop replica that somebody made for me, because I'm a fan of the show. And I started rewatching it with Mrs. Geek. I started seeing some things and I'm like, I've seen this. Well, I had seen it, but I've seen this on YouTube. And it turns up as the real deal on YouTube. For example, Proving Demons. How many times have we seen Proving Demons draw sigils on the floor, throwing salt about, and all the things that you see in that TV show on a weekly basis? He doesn't do it so much now, but that's because the show has ended. I mean, he's been trying to capture or conjure a demon for years. He's failed at every turn, but he's tried. Does he think he can conjure up Lucifer, or has he had one too many late night binges of a box set of Supernatural? I mean, he even went as far as to purchase an assault rifle. Not an assault rifle, a salt rifle. It's meant for killing bugs, but he drew a cross on there with Sharpie, and apparently that kills demons. It's like a pound shop Supernatural. He drew a cross on it, boom, instant demon slayer. He hasn't quite got the smouldering Sam or Dean look. And while people can enjoy those channels, people can mock those channels, people can debunk those channels, are they harming anyone? For the most part, not really, I suppose. I mean, they're damaging the reputation of the real paranormal investigators and the paranormal field at large, because a lot of people with a genuine love of the paranormal, or a complete disdain for it, will cite those channels as why it's all a load of crap. They will look at the things that Sam and Colby and the twins running around shouting dude bro and think that that is what ghost hunters do. So it is damaging to the real paranormal investigators that are out there. And I think they make a mockery of people's belief systems and they think that people are stupid. However, it is quite impersonal for them to go and fake these things at a abandoned building or a paid location. The staging and faking is damaging to the field. Is it as damaging to people? It can be, depending on mental health and things, and we're going to get there as well. This isn't where I'm really firing the shots, and you'll see why. There is a darker side to all of this. What happens when YouTubers have watched one too many of these TV shows and then start doing residential investigations? They start going into people's homes to look for demons. But are they looking for demons, or is it the lure of clicks and views? Because those clicks and views, they seem to far outweigh the need for somebody's mental health to be checked upon. Or even if there was a real demonic attachment, what are these YouTubers going to know? How can they deal with it? Are they trained? Are they ordained? Because I don't think watching Supernatural is quite enough for them to be able to say this house is clean. Now, although I don't believe in demons myself, I've never seen a demon, I've never seen a real demonic possession, I have to be respectful to people's beliefs, because it stems from people's religious beliefs, and religion and belief are such a strong thing, and I would love to be wrong. I would absolutely love to be wrong. At the end of the day, if I leave this mortal coil and I'm not just worm food, I transcend somewhere else, I'll be ecstatic and I'll be like, holy shit, I was wrong all along. There is a God. There is a devil. And at least if I go to hell, I'll know plenty of people there. I've already covered this dark, seedy side in regards to Zach Baggins at the Demon House and how that was all so seemingly set around mental health, and there was definite playing of the narratives. But that style of exploitation has made it to YouTube. We see paranormal teams on YouTube going into people's private residences, and most of these places are shitholes, I'm sorry, and claim the things like demons, dark entities, I will bless your house, I will rid your home of this spirit, of this demon. And these people are living in poverty. Some of them are clearly going through some form of addiction or mental health crisis. Or in one case, it was just a couple looking for TikTok notoriety and then wanted to bring that notoriety over to YouTube. No, I haven't forgotten about you, the Foreman brothers. And it's not just channels as such. Look at the Conjuring House farce from late last year. And I'm going to get too deep into it because I said everything I need to say on that place. But look at what's happened now. Everyone has quit. People have been investigating that house recently off the stories based from the movies. Poor Bathsheba. She did nothing wrong. There is no proof that she was a witch. There is no proof she killed anyone with a knitting needle. Especially a baby. That house, and what could have been a legitimate haunting at some point, maybe, has had its reputation thrown into absolute turmoil and complete doubt because of greedy owners, fake YouTubers, and fakers working on the staff. I don't know a paranormal team that wants to go to that house now. Well done, Sam and Colby. Well done, whatever that woman's name is that told you if you believe in REM pods, you're stupid. Yeah, but who got the blame for that monstrosity? Who got the blame for all of that shit? The debunkers. Why? Because we told the truth and we're like, hey, that ain't right. Bathsheba. That ain't right. That's Ed and Lorraine Warren lying. I think that's toe tapping. Hey, that app doesn't work the way you say it does. Hey, that torch doesn't work that way. Yep, that's right. Debunkers using common sense and logic are the nasty ones. Again, it got worse because when us debunkers speak out with care and concern for the exploited, or point out that a TikTok house that a paranormal team has gone in and captured evidence in has been faked the entire time, then why are you capturing paranormal evidence? The debunkers are the scammers, the debunkers are the toxic ones, the nasty ones, the bullies, and all that general stuff where the blame is shifted onto us for common sense, logic, and generally looking out for people. You see, a lot of people say you debunkers only make your videos just to shit on other people's content and be famous. If we wanted to be famous, all we would have to do is fake our content. It's easy. It's easier than what we do. And it yields bigger views. Alright, there's more competition, but swings and roundabouts, because most of us debunkers are at a point where we could stage something quite brilliant. And it went so far that last year, the debunkers were hit with false copyright claims, false copyright strikes. 2 of us were silenced with defamation cases. Hell, I was called the face of online bullying by a couple, and that couple is still putting out content. They forgot their house is haunted by their own dead family, the fucking morons. Them, not the family. I'm also aware of paranormal teams now being blacklisted for interacting or speaking with debunkers, which is absolutely ridiculous. People being told that they should not interact or speak with us, or they shall be shunned from that side of the community, and they will no longer be promoted or be allowed to work alongside certain teams. And if they interact with us, they're not allowed to interact with them. So Paranormal Quest came into my live stream. 300 people were in the live stream, or around 300 people. And they were like, yeah, we've been told that by a certain team that we are not allowed to interact with you anymore. Or if we do, we don't work with them, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now, they didn't name names, but I know exactly who they're on about. And how did Paranormal Quest react to this sort of, you will do as you're told and not go near the debunkers? How did they react? Well, A, they turned up in my live stream. B, they gifted out a boatload of paid memberships to the channel, and they hung around for ages. And they hang around with Adelaide Haunted Horizons, who they know I'm friends with. They want to come to the UK to work with me and to work with teams that I see are decent guys doing the real work. I watch Paranormal Quest videos, and they're getting better and better all the time. They've pulled so far away from the teams that they used to work with that it's a joy to watch, to see them grow, to see them questioning and debunking things. It's brilliant. And they were never ever as bad as most of the teams over there. For me, Paranormal Quest gave the middle finger to fakery and offered out an extended friendship hand to the real teams and to the debunking community. That is fantastic, because they're not a small team. And let's not forget, the team that were saying these things to them, the team that are telling them they're blacklisted, were caught with their pants down. Not just by me saying, hey, that house is a TikTok trend. It's fake. Papal debunked it. Mythos debunked it. The same team go to another house. There's a shadow on the stairs, only the shadow isn't quite right. Something falls down the stairs, and that ain't quite right. Uh-oh. 2 different debunkers took a look at it. 2 different debunkers came up with the same conclusion. There was another person in that house off camera. They were seen. They were caught on camera. UK teams. Telling other UK teams, you're not allowed in this building, you're not allowed to investigate with us or any of my friends because you've been in Beardo's live or you've been in a building with Beardo. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the funniest part of that is some of those people making those actions and stamping their feet and having those tantrums are probably doing it because they've asked me to work with them and I said no. And if any of those people want to turn up in the community and shout the odds, I'll post emails. I'll post inboxes. I don't give a shit. I'm done pandering to you. You can't control everything in the paranormal. You can't control abandoned buildings, and you have no right to tell people who they can and can't work with. This isn't like 7 years ago where you guys were king of the castle. Most of these people are shitting their pants now because the debunkers are growing and growing and growing, and their channels are either stagnant or falling off. But it's absolutely fucking wild out there right now. Okay, so I mentioned all of that because it kind of falls in line with the guys that are then doing the demonic stuff. They're going into people's private residences and claiming demonic possession without a care in the world for people's mental health. That is far worse than anything that I have just put out that's going on right now. That is far worse because while people can come at me and while they can go at other teams, most of us are a bit more sturdy, you know? But when people have got mental health issues, or potentially when these people have a demonic attachment, or they are being possessed, or in the middle of being possessed by something that can hurt and kill and ruin their lives, these YouTubers turn up with the camera. They walk around with an app. Hey, it's a demon. You have got a demon, yeah. Did you hear that knock? It's definitely not the fridge turning on. That was a demonic growl, not a dog barking outside. They do all of this. They've got all of these gadgets that don't prove a thing. And all of the channels I like don't say that those gadgets are proof. They say it's interesting if they ever go off. Because there's nothing like... The easiest way to tell if a channel is fake is by the amount of times the gadgets go off. Because they don't work that way. They're too easily manipulated, though. So they walk around, they film their video, and then they sit with the homeowner at the end of the night and say things like, yeah, y'all got demonic infestation. I'm going to throw me about some holy water, and I'm going to say a prayer, and your house will be clean, all will be good. And frankly, they have a shit attitude if anyone questions anything about any of that. These people are faking demonic activity and demonic encounters for profit, attention, and notoriety, and it is wrong. How long is it until somebody takes it too far and somebody that is one of these homeowners doesn't want to be here anymore. Who gets the blame then? Because you can't blame the debunkers then, because it's only you to blame. And at some point you may try and shift the blame onto the debunkers, and the debunkers are going to say, we told you, we told you. We told you about that TikTok house, we told you about that shadow on the stairs, we told everyone that you're fake, and you're still pushing it. So how long until you irreparably damage somebody's life? Just because you're a wannabe Ed Warren, or a wannabe Zach Baggins, and none of you have the personality, the clout, or the comedic value to be either one of those people who are scam artists. They're just better scam artists than you are. And now we're living in an AI world, and those prospects are absolutely terrifying. All of us debunkers have got to up our game, because at some point the AI is going to be making its way into the fake content, and we're going to have to look harder, and we're going to have to learn, and we're going to have to adapt to whatever comes in next to see the bullshit. It is getting harder and harder to pull editing apart, and when AI steps in, it's going to be next to impossible. And it's not like we can ask the Cajun for his laptop, because that was a load of shit and all. But our biggest arguments are always going to be use logic, use critical thinking. But it's going to become more difficult. And right now, in the paranormal community at large, skepticism and critical thinking are going to have to be promoted, because genuinely, this demonic trend could become more dangerous than if a demon was real. Because people who have no clue about what they're doing, other than watching a few movies and TV shows and going to church every now and again, who are inherently bad people behind the scenes, are pretending that they can deal with the demonic, with evil, with Satan. It's fucking laughable. It's dangerous. And I'm not shitting on your beliefs. I'm shitting on fakers. If you believe demons are real, then they are real to you, just not to me. You may be right, I may be wrong. I'm not having a go at you. I'm having a go at the guys that just throw a bit of bog water about and are like, yep, this house is clean. Laters. Episode next Friday. In fact, I'm warning you that you are the target of scammers and exploiters, and they're going to make things worse for your mental health. Because if you do have a demon, they have no clue what they're talking about. Look at the church history. Look how the church deals with demonic possessions and with house infestations and things like that. It takes months and months and months. Very rarely do they do cleansings or exorcisms. Foreman Brothers are doing them weekly. It's a joke. This splashing about of pretend holy water, holding up a cross that means nothing to them, while saying false praise to grieving or the mentally ill, or people that are just having the worst time, is actually sickening, and it is the worst form of the fake content. It is up there with Huff, Hope, and those guys who leech off grief. And when you say, but they didn't charge me, Beardo, they're nice people because they didn't charge me. No, they didn't. But they're earning an absolute killing in ad revenue. The fuel ain't that expensive. Look at the gas prices. Look how much ad revenue they get. They're not buying any more equipment. They've already got it all. And the people that are in danger in all of this are you that's being scammed. The guys that come to your house with the apps, with the little Jesus sticks, they're not in any danger. And they know they're not in any danger. If people thought they were in danger, they wouldn't be holding a camera in front of them on their own face. They'd be running the other way. It's the paranormal dollar that they care about, not you. And then they do live streams where they slate debunkers for telling the truth. And they get paid for that, whilst lying about us. And then blacklist people that support us. Kick people out of their live streams because their profile picture has them wearing a Beardo t-shirt. That is how some of these good Christian people behave. That is how some of your favourite YouTubers are behaving, even in the UK. Can't be a fan of Beardo and watch this channel. Get out. It's disgusting. I outed a channel for investigating a fake haunting, and they called me a bully. All I did was show the lie. And they knew they were caught in a lie because they've taken the video down. They took the video down, but did they issue an apology to me that outed it all? Nope. Did they apologise to the sheep or to Mythos when that lie was ultimately proved? No. They twist it like, yeah, information has come to light and we've taken this video down because we're not sure. You were sure. You know exactly what you were doing. You knew that we were right. And instead of having the bollocks to say, do you know what, the debunkers had a point. That was a scam. That house was fake. We should never investigated. We were just on edge and we captured things that weren't really there. They don't do that. They just take the video down, put out some bullshit statement and hope everything goes away. And then if we ever step out of line and out them again, they'll just say, look, they're bullying me again. We don't bully you. We just throw out the truth. We throw out an alternative opinion. So please do let me know what your thoughts are in this comment section down below. Have you encountered a demon? Genuinely, I'm not taking the piss. Genuinely. I would love to speak to somebody that thinks they've had a demonic encounter. And I'm not talking about a YouTuber that's seen a shadow in the corner or got his app to spit out the word demon. And finally, if you're sat there and you're fearing the demonic, if you're fearing the dark, check out a debunker. There's loads of us. Use critical thinking, use logic, get your boiler checked, get your electricity checked, or ask a debunker for help, because that's what we'll do. We will try to work out very natural reasons as for what is scaring you in your own home if you've got video evidence. Or sometimes you can just say to us, I'm experiencing this, and we can see that could be a sign of mold, that could be a sign of high EMF, that could be a sign of carbon monoxide poisoning. Because we do our research, and yeah, we do actually like to help. We're not the bullies we're made out to be. And we're actually quite a friendly bunch that give a shit. So go check out Side Eye Guy, go check out Mr. Gree, go check out Joe Vitale, go check out The Shape, go check out Boo Productions, go check out Paranormal Seekers. And when you're in those communities, you'll see that there are little offshoots of communities, things like Fantastic Publishing, who will cover the work that the debunkers are doing. Go and check that out. Ask for help in the communities. There are plenty of people here that can tell you the truth. If something on a video has scared you, ask us. Ask people in the community, because they'll direct you as to which debunker can help you the most. For example, Mr. Grey is far better at spotting, masking, editing mistakes than I am. So go check out a debunker, ask them for help. Because it's far harder for us to put the truth out there and to put ourselves in the firing line than it is for these guys to go out and fake everything they do and pretend everything's a demon just because it's trending in Hollywood. Much love to you all. Beardo out.
When you feel like coming down, the Beardo goes around a little raw. Can I get a raw? Dressed up like a T-Rex with that perfect strut. All the people in the chat's just going nuts. You need a raw. Can I get a raw? If you're not feeling well, it's a nice surprise to get a raw from Beardo whenever he's live. With those tiny little arms and the flowing tail. If you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. Can I get a raw? Raw. You can get a raw. Raw. The object of the day to put a smile on your face. All the fans know how much he appreciates. Raw. You can get a raw. Raw. If you're just feeling like crap, all you have to do is ask. Beardo's got your back, and just like that, you get a raw.